Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra Tutorials channel. I'm your host, Larry, and today I'm going to talk to you about what to do if your games on Steam are crashing when you try to load them, or they're starting to play, but then they start to have some sort of weird, glitchy freak out. They throw an error, and then they crash, or they just crash, and you're not entirely certain why. The first thing I'm going to say is, if you're playing a game that just came out, like it literally just came out yesterday, Google the problem that you're having. This is probably something that a lot of people are experiencing, especially with brand new games. They always have big hiccups at launch. Just look and there might be a solution, or the developers might say, hey, if you wait a few hours, we're going to send out a patch tonight that should address the problem. If you have a specific error code that you're getting when the game crashes, and then you can Google that error code, Google that first, because that'll probably fix your problem a lot faster than this guide will. With that in mind, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that my game Abiotic Factor is having problems. It launches, but then after a little bit it crashes, and I'm not entirely certain as to why. The first thing I would probably do is verify the integrity of the installed games files, because when you do updates, or when you play the game and something crashes, or you Alt F4, sometimes things get messed up. It happens. So I'm going to right-click Abiotic Factor inside my Steam library, and I'm going to go down to Properties. This is going to bring open this Properties window. And from here, I can go down to the installed files, and I can verify the integrity of the game files. So Steam has a checksum file where it kind of knows what the files are supposed to look like, and it'll go through with that checksum file when I click on Scan, and it'll look to make sure that all of the files look like they're intact. Like, this looks like it's supposed to. And if it finds a problem, it should delete that file and re-download anything that didn't validate correctly. So if you did see it delete something and it downloaded something to replace that file, then you probably found what the problem was. Give it a boot to see if it'll work. If it did, fantastic, you solved your problem. If not, let's move on to the next thing. After that, another thing you can try, let's say your game starts to load, but it doesn't load completely and then it crashes, but you think it kind of works. It's just something's wrong with, like, the settings. So what you can do is you can force a game to boot into windowed mode by using the launch settings. So if I go back to property, what you can do is you can force a game to boot into windowed mode by using the launch settings. So if I go back to properties, and down here under general are launch options. And launch options are something you can Google Steam launch options, but long story short, you can force the game to do certain things on boot up by putting in a little command in this window. In this case, we're going to type in windowed. Or SW for start windowed, but I'm going to just type. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra Tutorials channel. Type in windowed, or SW for start windowed, but I'm going to just type in windowed. or SW for start windowed, but I'm going to just type in windowed. And this will force the game to boot into windowed mode as opposed to full screen mode. Something that can happen, especially with older games, is if your settings aren't set up correctly, when it boots, it'll have a conflict with how big your monitor is or the size of your monitor, either width or height, and it'll freak out and it'll crash. So to get around this, we just started in windowed mode. It can be any size it wants to at that point. Then you can change your settings and restart it, and you should be your settings and restart it, and you should be good to go. We just started in windowed mode. It can be any size it wants to at that point. Then you can change your settings and restart it, and you should be good to go. If you'd like, you can Google Steam launch options, and it should give you a list of all of the available ones and what they do. Otherwise, don't worry about it.
Hi guys, how is it going? It's Sabi here again with another new video. So in today's video, I will tell you that how you can be able to fix Hello Neighbor game which crashes on startup, but this time without turning off your Wi-Fi or internet. So let's do those settings which can be able to help you fixing this game. Alright, so before doing those settings, what I'm going to do, I'm going to launch this Hello Neighbor game and let's see if it crashes or not. So I'll click on the Hello Neighbor game and let's see when does it crash. So it crashed straight away. I'll try it second time and let's see if it crashed second time. Alright, it crashed straight away. So it doesn't matter how many times you try launching this game without doing those settings, it will crash and you won't be able to play this game. Now the settings I will tell you are just magic, guys. You will be amazed that with doing those simple settings, you would be able to play this game forever. Alright, so let's go into those settings. Alright, so what you got to do first, that you click on this PC on your laptop or computer, which is, you can see this PC on my left, and I click on this PC, and then you got if you have just installed a game and it crashes on a startup of your game. It's a very simple fix. You do not need to go through a lot of different things. People tell you in their videos that you do this and that. 99% of the time I've tried those things and I failed. I have never ever managed to play those games which were crashing on a very startup of those games. So what happened today that I installed
Hello guys, I have a little bit of a different video here today, and I'm going to show you how to fix Hello Neighbor when it crashes on launch. So first, let's see if the game will work. So we launch Hello Neighbor, sends us to the black screen with the clock, and it closes. What is going on? It might be a problem first with your Steam. So hit this little Steam button up here, and go check for Steam client updates. Mine's already up to date, but it'll go through updates and it'll update it if yours isn't. Crashes on launch. So first, let's see if the game will work. So we launch Hello Neighbor, sends us to the black screen with the clock, and it closes. What is going on? It might be a problem first with your Steam. So hit this little Steam button up here and go check for Steam client updates. Mine's already up to date, but it'll go through updates and it'll update it if yours isn't. Alright, if that last step didn't work, then we have to go click on the gear, manage, browse local files. We click that, it'll open these files. We're going to go to Engine, Extras, Redis, and NUS. This will get us UE4 pre-request setup 64. So we're going to get all this. Scroll down, agree, and install. And it's going to install it. It might take some time, but then you're going to close it, and then we're going to close this. Next, we're going to hit our Windows, open here, and we put env, environment variables. We open the control panel, and we have to be on advanced, environment variables. Then we have to go down to system variables, make a new one. The